At the edge of the Pacific Ocean, far from the world's great continents, lies a land shaped by forces that never sleep. This is New Zealand, a place where the Earth is still unfinished, still rising, still remembering how it was made. Here, mountains do not fade gently into plains. They rise suddenly from the sea. Rivers cut sharply through stone. Clouds gather and disappear in moments. This is a land defined not by calm, but by movement. New Zealand exists because two massive tectonic plates collide beneath the ocean floor. The Pacific plate presses forward, the Australian plate resists. The result is tension, compressed into mountains, released through earthquakes, expressed through fire. The ground here is alive. Volcanoes sleep beneath green hills. Fault lines trace invisible scars across cities and valleys. The land shifts slowly but relentlessly. Nothing here is permanent. In the north, the earth breathes openly. Steam rises from the ground, mud bubbles, lakes glow with mineral color. This is geothermal country, where heat from deep within the planet reaches the surface. For thousands of years, this energy has shaped the land and those who live upon it. Fire is not hidden here. It is part of the landscape. As the land stretches south, fire gives way to stone. The southern Alps rise like a spine across the South Island, jagged, immense, and constantly changing. These mountains are young by geological standards. They grow faster than erosion can wear them away. Snow feeds glaciers, glaciers grind valleys, rivers carry the mountains back to the sea, grain by grain. Creation and destruction are inseparable here. Ice once ruled this land. Glaciers carved deep fjords, broad lakes, and wide basins. When the ice retreated, water remained. Rain fell heavily on the western slopes, creating dense temperate rainforests, thick with moss, fern, and ancient trees. On the eastern side, dry plains formed beneath the rain shadow of the mountains. Two worlds divided by stone. One country, many climates. For more than 80 million years, New Zealand existed in isolation. No land bridges, no large land mammals, no dominant predators. Life evolved quietly. Birds filled the roles mammals held elsewhere. Some lost the need for flight entirely. Forests grew slow and dense, untouched by hooves or claws. This isolation produced life found nowhere else on Earth, fragile, unique, and deeply specialized. Evolution here followed a different path, not driven by fear, but by time. The forests of New Zealand were once nearly endless. Towering trees formed green cathedrals, ferns unfurled beneath filtered light, everything recycled, nothing rushed. These ecosystems were not built for resistance, they were built for balance. Even today, fragments of this ancient world remain, places where silence feels heavy and time seems to slow. But New Zealand is never separate from the sea. Cold southern currents collide with warmer northern waters, creating rich marine ecosystems along its coasts. Whales migrate past towering cliffs, seals rest on sunlit rocks. Storms arrive suddenly and leave just as quickly. The ocean isolates this land, protects it, feeds it. It is both boundary and lifeline. Light transforms New Zealand constantly. Morning mist dissolves into clear skies, shadows stretch and retreat, weather reshapes the landscape in minutes. Nothing stays the same for long. And that is the essence of this place. New Zealand is not ancient in the way deserts are ancient. It is young, restless, always becoming. Here, the earth shows us what happens when creation is allowed to continue. This is a land shaped by fire and water, by isolation and movement, by time itself. Welcome to New Zealand. In the chapters ahead, we will explore the life shaped by this land, the species born of isolation, and the delicate balance that still holds at the edge of the world. Auckland rises between two seas. To the east, the Pacific Ocean. To the west, the Tasman Sea. A city balanced on water and built on fire. From above, it appears calm, orderly streets, green parks, a modern skyline pressed against the horizon. But beneath this city lies a hidden story. More than 50 volcanoes. A city built on fire. Auckland sits atop one of the world's largest volcanic fields. Each hill, each island, each rise in the land is the remnant of an eruption. These volcanoes did not form as a single mountain. They emerged one by one, each eruption opening a new vent, each reshaping the surface forever. Some flowed gently, spreading lava across the plains. Others exploded violently, scattering ash and stone into the sky. What remains today is a city built upon ancient scars. When fire shaped the land. Long before streets and towers, this landscape was raw and unstable. Lava rivers hardened into black stone, craters collapsed into lakes, ash enriched the soil. Over time, life returned. Grass covered volcanic cones, forests took root in fertile ground, water filled craters, transforming violence into stillness. What once destroyed eventually created. Humans and the volcanoes. For the Maori, these volcanoes were never silent. They were ancestors, guardians, sacred landmarks. Each cone carried a name, a story, a meaning. Settlements were built on their slopes, defensive pa crowned their summits. The land was understood not as property, but as living memory. Even today, traces of these relationships remain, woven into the city's identity. A city that forgot the fire. As Auckland grew, the volcanoes faded into the background. Craters became parks, lava fields became neighborhoods, islands became destinations. Daily life unfolded atop sleeping giants. Yet the field is not extinct. It is dormant. Geologists cannot predict where the next eruption would occur, only that it will. Auckland does not face a single volcano. It faces possibility. Islands of stone and time. Off the city's coast, volcanic islands rise from the sea. Rangitoto dominates the horizon, young, massive, unmistakable. It emerged less than 1,000 years ago, its eruption witnessed by early Maori. Black lava still lies bare in places, untouched by soil or forest. Rangitoto is a reminder. This is not ancient history. This is recent memory. Living with uncertainty. Modern Auckland thrives, commerce, culture, movement, but it does so in negotiation with the land beneath it. Earthquake plans, volcanic monitoring, risk mapped beneath city blocks. This is coexistence with the unpredictable, a city that lives fully aware or sometimes forgetful of what lies below. Closing. Fire beneath the future. Auckland is not defined by eruption, it is defined by restraint, by centuries of stillness that allow life to flourish above hidden fire. Here, the past has not disappeared, it waits, silent, patient, unfinished. Auckland is not just a city by the sea, it is a city of volcanoes, and beneath every street, the earth remembers.
There are places where land welcomes you and places where it tests you. The Southern Alps do neither. They stand, stretching across the South Island of New Zealand like a fractured spine. The Southern Alps are not an obstacle to be crossed. They are a reminder of scale. Here, stone dominates everything. A mountain range still rising. The Southern Alps are young. They are not the worn-down remnants of ancient time, but mountains still being pushed upward by force. Beneath them, two tectonic plates collide, the Pacific Plate grinding against the Australian Plate. Each year, the land rises a little higher. Each year, erosion pulls it back down. Creation and destruction work together endlessly. These mountains are not stable, they are alive. Passing through the range. Roads through the Southern Alps feel temporary. They cut narrow lines through valleys shaped by ice and pressure. Tunnels pierce rock that took millions of years to form. Travel here is slow. Weather shifts without warning. Sunlight vanishes behind cloud in moments. Rain becomes snow. Wind becomes force. The Alps decide who passes. Ice carved the way. Glaciers once ruled this range. They moved slowly, but nothing resisted them. They carved U-shaped valleys, steep walls, and deep basins. When they retreated, they left silence behind. Even today, glaciers cling to the highest slopes, remnants of a colder world. Meltwater feeds rivers that rush violently downhill, carrying fragments of mountain toward the sea. The land is constantly in transit. Waterfalls and rivers. Water falls freely here. It does not trickle, it plunges. Rain drawn from the Tasman Sea collides with the western slopes, releasing immense rainfall. Waterfalls appear overnight, rivers swell and recede. Stone is reshaped not by force alone, but by persistence, drop by drop, year by year. A land unsuited for settlement. Few people live deep within the Southern Alps, not because the land lacks beauty, but because it offers no forgiveness. Soil is thin, slopes are unstable, storms are relentless. This is not land to conquer, it is land to respect. Those who pass through do so briefly, as visitors. Silence and scale. In the high passes, sound fades.
Wind replaces birdsong, water replaces voices. Human presence shrinks. Here, perspective changes. The mountains do not acknowledge us, they do not react, they do not adapt, they simply remain. The Alps as a divide. The Southern Alps split New Zealand in two. To the west, rainforests, shadow, constant moisture. To the east, dry plains, open skies, long horizons. One range creates two worlds, a single wall of stone deciding climate, ecology, and movement. Closing, stone in motion. The Southern Alps are not frozen monuments. They are passing through time just as we pass through them, rising, eroding, shifting. To cross them is not to conquer distance, but to witness Earth at work. This is stone still becoming itself.
At the edge of form. At the far southwestern edge of New Zealand, the land does not settle into the sea. It collapses into it. Here the earth ends abruptly, not with sand, but with stone. This is Fjordland, a place where gravity feels heavier, where water falls endlessly, where the land seems unfinished, as though creation paused mid-gesture. To enter Fjordland is to step into excess. Too much rain, too much depth, too much silence, and yet it endures. Fjordland, where land collapses into ocean. Fjordland was shaped by weight. During the last ice ages, massive glaciers flowed through this region, slow, relentless rivers of ice. They carved valleys straight through solid rock, pressing downward with such force that the land buckled beneath them. When the climate warmed, the ice retreated. What remained were wounds too deep to heal. The sea moved in, flooding the empty corridors left behind. This is how fjords are born, not gently, but violently. Sheer cliffs rise almost vertically from dark water. There are no beaches here, only stone meeting sea without negotiation. Rain falls more than 200 days each year. Storm systems roll in from the Tasman Sea, heavy with moisture, and release it all at once. Mist clings to cliffs like breath held too long. Clouds snag on mountain peaks and unravel into rain. Waterfalls appear overnight, thin white threads cascading down rock faces hundreds of meters high. Some vanish when the storm passes, others carve permanent scars into the stone. Nothing here is dry, nothing rests. The land is constantly being eroded, reshaped, rewritten. This is not a place of balance, it is a place of dominance. Water overwhelms gravity. Stone yields to time. Here, the earth does not compromise. Sound, silence, and scale. In Fjordland, sound behaves differently. Rain muffles distance, mist absorbs echoes, waterfalls roar yet feel far away. Human presence shrinks here. Boats move slowly through black channels, dwarfed by cliffs that block the sky. Scale becomes disorienting. What seems close is unreachable. What looks solid is slowly dissolving. This landscape does not invite control. It demands humility. Forests, ancient green cathedrals. Beyond the fjords, the land softens, but only slightly. Forests spread across valleys, slopes, and ridgelines, thick with life and shadow.
This is one of the wettest forest systems on Earth. Ferns unfurl beneath towering canopies, their fronds catching light that rarely reaches the ground. Moss coats everything, trees, stones, fallen trunks, turning the forest into a living sponge. Time moves slowly here. In the north, kauri once stood like living monuments, their massive trunks anchoring ecosystems that took millennia to form. Some grew for over 1,000 years. In the south, beech forests stretch endlessly, their roots gripping thin soil, their leaves filtering daylight into green hush. These forests do not recover quickly from damage, they rebuild patiently. Growth here is measured in centuries, not seasons. Every fallen tree becomes shelter, every scar becomes habitat. These forests remember. Storms that flattened slopes, fires that reshaped clearings, footsteps that passed through and never returned. This is not wilderness as spectacle, it is wilderness as archive. Coastlines, where land meets infinity. New Zealand's coastline resists uniformity. It fractures, bends, and reforms endlessly. Volcanic shores spill black sand onto the ocean's edge, absorbing heat and light. Elsewhere, golden beaches stretch wide and open, exposed to winds that never fully rest. Cliffs rise suddenly from the sea, layers of rock torn apart by wave after wave. The ocean shapes everything here. Wind sculpts dunes, grain by grain. Salt scars exposed stone. Tides redraw borders twice each day. Nothing holds its form for long. The boundary between land and sea is temporary, an agreement constantly renegotiated. Here, erosion is not destruction, it is dialogue. Plains and rivers, the quiet counterpart. Beyond mountains and coasts lie open plains. At first glance, they feel calm, even gentle. But these landscapes are built by motion. Rivers descend from alpine regions, carrying stones, sand, and memory. They do not follow single channels. They braid, splitting, rejoining, abandoning old paths without warning. Floodwaters reshape the land silently, depositing gravel, erasing boundaries, then retreating as if nothing happened. What looks peaceful exists only because of violence upstream. Glacial melt, rockfall, seasonal floods. Stillness here is borrowed, temporary, a pause between forces, a land still in motion. Fjordland, forests, coasts, plains. These are not finished landscapes, they are processes. The mountains rise, the rivers shift, the sea advances and retreats. New Zealand is not a backdrop. It is an ongoing conversation between fire, water, and time. And here, at the edge of the world, you can still hear the earth speaking.
New Zealand's landscapes are not monuments to the past. They are conversations still unfolding. Mountains continue to rise. Rivers redraw their paths. Coastlines advance, then retreat. Nothing here is fixed. From the collapsing stone of Fjordland to forests that rebuild over centuries, this land reminds us that the earth is never finished. It moves, it reshapes itself, and it asks only one thing of those who witness it: to pay attention. This was part one. The land, the forces, the foundations. But landscapes do not exist alone.
They give rise to life. In Part 2, we step closer into the forests, the plains, and the surrounding seas to meet the animals shaped by this isolation. Birds without fear, creatures without equal anywhere else on Earth. And alongside them, the people of New Zealand. From the first Polynesian navigators to modern guardians of conservation, human presence here has always been tied to land and survival. Part 2 explores coexistence between species, between people and place, and between what was lost and what can still be protected. If this journey through New Zealand's landscapes moved you, take a moment to support the story. Like the video, share it with others who love the natural world, and subscribe to Earth for the next chapter in this unfolding series. Because understanding the land is only the beginning. The life it sustains comes next.